Gentlemen, this is your Commissioner Robert Forsyth, and if you're seeing this, that means it's your weekly installment of Bob's Big Board Playoff Edition. Gentlemen, it is quarterfinal time. We are in the promised land. I can't believe it's here already. And we're going to switch this week's power rankings up a little bit. We're not going to actually do a rankings. We're just going to do a playoff preview of all four quarterfinal matchups. And let's just get right into it. That being said, we're going to start right off the top. The first matchup is number 1 Ryan Hess versus number 8 Greg Bartholomew. Ryan is currently a 7.5 point favorite, but the individual matchups looks like it's not going to be that close. Greg snuck in and grabbed the last playoff spot, albeit mostly due to the meltdown of Brian DeMarco and the law firm failing to show up in the 11th hour. But No Sue For You is trying to pull off what would be the biggest upset of the season in the first round of the playoffs. Prediction? I haven't believed in this team all year, but I'll believe that they hang out for at least one more week. Return to the MAC wins, covers, and moves on. Our second matchup of the quarterfinals is number 2 Pete Scottolene versus number 7 Jack Horner. Horner comes in as a road favorite at -8, but he has to be nervous as he watched his Eagles stack of Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown provide a net 9 points last week, though the Eagles do get one of the league's worst defenses this week as Las Vegas comes to chilly Philadelphia. Pete finishes the season with a huge win that launched him up the standings and land in the number 2 overall seed. Pistol posted his second Big Bob's Big Blowout as he held a Viking funeral and pushed Coob's team out to sea with a 56-point annihilation. He arrives to the postseason flush with waiver wire dollars, a 2-game win streak, and Josh Allen. Prediction? I think the individual matchups create a scenario where Keep Thinking I'm Candy gets shortchanged on a good regular season. The last time Josh Allen played New England, that defense kept him modest, and unfortunately, I think Pete needs him to pop. Jack gets the upset, and all of Birdsboro hears about it. Our third matchup in the quarterfinal of the 2025 playoffs is number 3 seed Chris Collins versus number 6 Dennis Rams. Collins is on some unsure footing right now as he shows up into the playoffs and maybe his worst form of all season. He is currently a 28-point favorite in his matchup, but has lost 5 of his last 7, and all 5 of those losses are against playoff teams. Is he ripe to getting picked off? Meanwhile, the defending back-to-back champion finds himself in the 7th seed and the biggest unknown of the entire playoff tree. He posted his highest score of the season last week, but just the week prior, he posted his lowest. Prediction? Consistency wins in fantasy football, and I believe this phrase rings true, especially in this matchup. I don't believe that Dennis has the wide receiver room of a championship team and sees the quest for an unprecedented three-peat come to an end. Collins gets the win, but he does not cover. And our last matchup of the quarterfinal round of the playoffs is number 4 Dave Sakers versus number 5 Bob Forsyth. Here's another example of a road favorite as Bob starts the week at -9. He's a winner of 3 of his last 5, but the team has really been lacking a real explosive threat in the second half of the season that absolutely coincides with the fading of Tampa Bay and Minnesota's passing attacks. Meanwhile, Dave's season turned a corner in Week 7 and is a winner of 6 of his last 8. He enters the playoffs easily the hottest offense in the league in the second half and has the look of a championship roster. Prediction? Bob loves Dick makes Bob hate Dave as Sakers lets the good times roll and puts Peaky Blinders out to pasture. Well, boys, it's that special time of year. It's playoffs, where everyone's checking their phone more than they should, and there's still nothing you can do about it. If you're in, congrats. If you're out, I'm sure you'll find something to do. But until then, I'll see you on the other side.